You exist in the quiet spaces of her world, a ghost haunting the edges of her stage, visible only when the spotlight of her need swings your way. You are the mirror she consults, not to see herself, but to see her own reflection adored in your eyes, and you give. You pour yourself out like an offering, filling the cracks in her porcelain ego. Your energy, your validation, your love. It's the currency that buys you temporary peace in her kingdom. But the peace is a mirage. The kingdom is a prison of anxiety. You walk on a floor of shattered glass, each step calculated, each word weighed. You are an actor who has forgotten their lines, improvising desperately to a script that changes with her every whim. You feel the drain, the slow, relentless erosion of your own identity. You are becoming a reflection of her needs, a hollow echo in the grand cathedral of her self-obsession. And a terrifying question begins to whisper in the dark. What happens if you just stop? This isn't about a game. This is about survival. You're contemplating cutting off the one thing a narcissist cannot live without: narcissistic supply. It's the air their ego breathes, the food that nourishes their grandiosity. Narcissistic supply is any form of attention, positive or negative, that feeds their deep-seated need for importance and validation. Your admiration is a feast, your anger is a snack, but your indifference is starvation. Her ego is not a fortress as she would have you believe. It's a house of cards built on a trembling table. Every card is a compliment you gave, a fight you engaged in, a moment of attention you offered. Your indifference is not a breeze, it is an earthquake that shakes the very foundation of her reality. So you do it. You stop. You enact strategic indifference. Not with a dramatic announcement, not with a storm of anger, but with the deafening silence of your disengagement. You stop texting first. You give one-word answers. You become a grey rock, unresponsive, uninteresting, and utterly useless to her. Let's call him Elias, and her Lilith. For years, Elias was the perfect audience. He applauded her triumphs, soothed her manufactured dramas, and absorbed her baseless rages. He was the sun that orbited her planet. When she felt insecure, she'd pick a fight, and Elias would engage, his emotional reaction fueling her for days. When she wanted praise, she would present a minor achievement as a masterpiece, and Elias would deliver a standing ovation. One day, Elias was empty. The well was dry. He decided not to react. Lilith presented a new drama, a crisis at work. She waited for the gasp, the questions, the emotional rush. Elias simply said, "I'm sure you'll handle it." And then, silence. The first stage is confusion, followed by a desperate escalation. She doesn't understand the new script. She thinks the connection is broken, so she tries to fix it with her old tools. She'll shower you with affection, a tactic known as love bombing.
"I miss you," Lilith texts. "I was just thinking about that time She'll recall a perfect, often exaggerated memory. She'll promise change, admit to minor, vague faults. "I know I can be difficult sometimes, but you're the only one who understands me."
This is not genuine remorse. This is a performance. She is an angler, casting her most beautiful, shimmering lure, expecting you to bite out of habit, out of nostalgia, out of hope. When you don't bite, the confusion curdles into rage. This is the narcissistic injury. Your indifference is not seen as a boundary. It's perceived as a profound personal attack. You have held up a mirror and shown her not a goddess, but a void, and she cannot bear it. Now the smear campaign begins. She must control the narrative. She cannot be the one who was left. She must be the one who escaped. You become the villain in her story, the unstable one, the abuser. She will tell mutual friends twisted, partial truths. She'll paint your quiet disengagement as cold, cruel punishment. It is a desperate act of self-preservation for her ego. If you are the monster, then her behavior was justified. She remains the victim, the hero of her own tragic tale. If the rage and slander don't bring you back to engage, the next stage is often desperation. This is hoovering, an attempt to suck you back into her vortex. The tactics become more varied, more pathetic. She might manufacture a crisis, a sudden illness, a financial problem, a dramatic mishap that only you can solve. She might reach out on an anniversary or birthday, weaponizing nostalgia. Remember how happy we were? This is the most dangerous stage for you. Your empathy is the weapon she will use against you. She knows your pressure points, your desire to be a good person, but her goal is not reconciliation. It is re-engagement. She just needs a response, any response, to know the connection still exists. And if all of that fails, if you maintain your silent, indifferent boundary, the final act is the discard. But make no mistake, she must be the one to do it. She cannot accept the reality that you left her. So, she will rewrite history. She will announce to the world, and to you if she can, that she is ending things, that she has found someone new and better, that she was slumming it with you all along. The discard is often flaunted, designed to be as public and painful for you as possible. This new person is not a replacement for you. They are a tool, a prop. They are a brightly lit billboard designed to scream a single message at you. I never needed you. You are nothing. It is the final, desperate gambit of a shattered ego trying to piece itself back together by shattering yours. This is the paradox. In her attempt to prove how little you matter, she reveals that you matter more than anything. Your indifference became the central organizing principle of her entire reality. Her frantic actions are all orbiting the black hole of your absence. The power of strategic indifference is not about revenge. It is not a weapon to inflict pain. It is a shield. It is the act of reclaiming your energy, your reality, your sanity. You are not playing her game anymore. You have simply walked off the board. Her ego does not heal. It fractures, it flails. It finds a new host, a new source of supply, and the cycle begins again for someone else. But for you, the silence that you once found so terrifying is now the sound of your own freedom. It is the sound of peace.